and Sun Pharma is the stock in focus. The company this time did come out with a good set of earnings, but what is the way forward? Let's understand from the management itself. We are being joined by Mr. C.S. Muralidharan, who is the CFO of Sun Pharma. Good morning and thank you so much for your time. First up, onto your earnings then. Your overall sales was actually quite good, beating the street estimates rather, but your US sales was a bit muted. What was the reason for this? What were the factors that were driving the growth in the US markets, and what is the way forward when it comes to the US markets?
So, as far as the US sales is concerned, the sales of lenalidomide in the US for Q3 were quite small as compared to the Q2 FY25. We also shared in the past that the generic lenalidomide sales tend to be episodic and does fluctuate between quarter to quarter. The overall revenue growth over the previous year was approximately 10.5%, supported very well by strong performance across key markets, including global specialty business, India and emerging markets.
Okay, well, also help us understand, Mr. Muralidharan, that after your generic rev limit going off patent, what will be the growth drivers for the company going ahead?
So all of our key geographies and key markets, including global specialty business, are well positioned to grow. That's what I can say at this point of time.
All right, but Mr. Muralidharan, coming back to your US growth outlook, help us understand that how is the price erosion playing out in the US markets, and in this particular quarter, did anything change in Q3 versus Q2 in terms of the pricing?
So as far as the US generic price is concerned, we have said that the pricing environment continues to be competitive in nature, and we should look at product pricing in US specific to the product in which we operate.
Okay, and also help us understand when it comes to your Japan markets, you have said that the generic market has become very challenging and there's been a price erosion of roughly 5 to 7% every year. Amid all of this, what is going to be your strategy going forward?
As far as Japan is concerned, we have shared that we have faced price cuts, which is somewhat statutory in nature. However, we are relooking both our business and the product portfolio so that we can mitigate this price erosion.
All right, but you have revised your R&D spends guidance to now 7% of your sales for FY25. Help us understand what made you do this, and also going ahead for FY26, what is the outlook?
So as our clinical trials ramp up, the expenditure seems to be somewhat volatile, and the timing of each trial also has an impact. Having said that, we do not envisage any change to our pipeline status in terms of what we shared along with the Q3 earnings results. As far as the FY26 R&D's guidance is concerned, we will be sharing the same along with the annual results in the month of May.
Mr. Muralidharan, could you share with us any update on the Leqselvi trial that's going on? What could be the timeline of that?
As far as Leqselvi is concerned, a preliminary injection has been granted, restraining us from launching the product. We have filed an appeal, and we are hoping that the oral hearings will commence in April 25, and we shall await for the outcome of the court decision.
All right, but what about semaglutide? Also tell us about some of the other product launches that could be in pipeline.
I think as far as semaglutide and other products concerned, it's too early to comment at this point of time.
Muralidharan, coming back to your operational performance, what has led to this increase in margins that we've seen? What is the outlook going ahead as well on that front?
The higher gross margins, what you have seen in the quarter is on account of better product mix, including higher specialty sales and good performance across the key geographies. However, you are aware that we do not give any margin guidance.
All right, but also Mr. Muralidharan, the budget, we just saw all the announcements related to the budget, and also indeed the pharma sector was in focus. There were several measures taken for some cancer care, and also 36 life-saving medicines are exempted from BCD. Help us with your understanding that how these announcements are likely to benefit the pharma space overall.
Well, overall, it seems to be a people's budget, while we are still looking at the fine print, on the healthcare front, there has been waivers of basic custom duty for life-saving drugs related to cancer, rare disease, and chronic diseases, which will increase the access of the medicines and provide relief to patients.
Mr. Muralidharan, lastly, before we let you go, it's been a while since we've been waiting to hear any update on the Dadra plant on the back of the regulatory actions that we've seen coming in. Give us a sense of what's the latest, what's happening on ground.
As far as the Dadra plant is concerned, we are working on the remediation of the CAPA at this point of time.
All right, Mr. Muralidharan, with this, we let you go on that. Really appreciate you taking the time out and speaking with us on the earnings outlook.